Hello everyone, this is DocTech25 here with Minecraft Xbox 360 Edition, episode 10 of my Let's Play series. And last episode we worked on the enchanting room and got the sky bridge in. I pushed out that wall some so it's all symmetrical now. Let's go over there really quick. Got a really nice view up here. So yeah, I pushed that wall out and fixed this stone brick so it's all symmetrical. That pig is still up there. He's been up there quite a while. It sounds like we are surrounded by zombies, which is very highly annoying. And one of the issues that I'm going to discuss first is that I'm having to keep re-recording this episode over and over. I think I'm on attempt number 8. But before I start that, I just want to introduce you to Winchester, or Chester for short, because well, I named him after my dad's dog. He has an orange collar, and my dad's dog is a chocolate lab. You just gotta use your imagination. You can't change the textures on the dog in this version of Minecraft. But anyway, the problem is that, well, a couple of problems with the footage not actually being recorded correctly. That is distortion and whatnot, similar to what happened in my episodes 2 and 3, except much, much worse. Excuse me. Anyway, I'm not entirely sure what caused that or what, but it seems to be okay now. The other problem with that is the audio. My commentary, I don't know what the problem is. It just keeps dropping audio samples. And I think the problem with that is I had my pop filter too close to the microphone. But now I've adjusted that accordingly, so hopefully we won't have any issues with that anymore. Plus, I keep getting interrupted by different things. Stupid Skelly. I switched to ranged. In video games, I prefer ranged attacks. That is an archer or a sniper. But I've been using the sword a lot. But I just don't really have the arrows. Maybe when I get the enchanting room up, I can get an infinity enchant on the bow. I don't know. I'll explain some of my future plans with the rest of this in the next episode. But I'll just explain some of the things here. So, another problem this past week was the time lapse. Obviously, I had to record it. And it's still being it's still in its render stages, and I say stages because the first one, it ended up being 10 different parts, which the entirety of them equated to about 8 hours and 45 minutes. Let's go into the church, my favorite building in Carrot Town, as I kind of am leaning to call it, unless I come up with a better name, or unless you guys suggest a better name. But anyway, so it took up about 27 gigabytes of hard drive space, which I'm very limited on hard drive space. So what I did with the first editing process is I basically just took some of the parts and condensed them, and then I ended up with 4 different parts. And at the same time, I sped it up to approximately 687%, or we could just round it to about 700, which is about 7 times this episode. I swear, this episode is cursed. Because Windows just notified me that Windows and all its features, blah blah blah, you may be a victim of invalid or of counterfeit software. Screw you, this is not counterfeit software because it came with the computer. Stupid Microsoft needs to learn how to... Okay, I'm ranting about that. Okay, I'll just continue explaining about the time lapse. Yeah. So it's approximately sped up 7 times. And I'll just continue talking and show you the town. This town hall, by the way. Everything needs to be furnished yet. We'll go back up this way. It's the house I built. Fortunately, I can't talk about 2 things at once, so... The time lapse. It's on its second... Well, actually, I guess it's on its 3rd edit now. Because the last edit, I actually went through and cropped the camera. Because how I do time lapses is I go into split screen and sign in another profile, which happens to be the Threat 25 is my cameraman. And then I just crop out the first person view, which happened to be DocTech 25. So DocTech 25 did all the work, and the Threat 25 just watched him. What a lazy bum. Anyway, I don't know how much cobblestone went into this build. I think about 3 or 4 double chests worth, and I know at least 6 stacks of cobblestone went toward just the scaffolding alone for the cameraman. Because I can't really go into creative mode with the cameraman and do what I need to do. So I'm sorry for the kind of crude shots and whatnot. Which I know I was supposed to have that time lapse released before this episode, but it's going to be released after, maybe. I don't know. And what happened with this town was I came from the carrot farm with the road, came this way, and there was a farm here. So I tried to avoid it, and I wanted to avoid the buildings too, but I couldn't avoid all the buildings. I took down 3 houses and a well, eminent domain, and I ended up ripping out all the farms, and I made new farms, put the well back, added 3 new buildings. I still would like to add another house. And by the way, I'm gonna convert all the sand in town to dirt and then make that into grass. And probably add flowers and trees and make it really nice. So the other house I want to put in this general area. Either that or put the blacksmith over here. Probably put the blacksmith over here, there's more room. And there's another area here. I can add a house. I think that's it. And we're strapped on space. But, with the time lapse, I just got to render out a few more. Well, I think 1 more should do the trick because I've already got the video cropped. So I just have to add music, which I get all my music from YouTube Audio Library. I'll leave a link in the video description because it's royalty-free music, so they're not going to make any copyright claims on any of my videos that I use music in. Time-lapse videos have to have music, and since I don't really know anything about that too much, I just use royalty-free music. I'd like to produce my own music, but I have a couple guitars, but I really don't know how to play them. One day I will learn how to play them. So we've already went through 9 minutes, so we need to get up and actually start working. While we're working, I'll explain other things. Oh, the bottom floor is going to be the entrance. I want this to be the portal room, and this one the storage. I'm not entirely sure what this next one is going to be. Might switch those 2 around. So that one to be determined, and this one to be the storage. This is the control room, and this is where the actual farm's going to be. I could have just put the dirt straight onto the wood, but I didn't. I don't know why. So let's just start by putting a ring around. Now, Let me start off by saying I apologize for having these videos be as late as they are, but it really couldn't be helped because the first week of them being late was due to Grand Theft Auto footage taking up so much hard drive space. There's about 28 gigabytes that was taken up by about 9 hours of footage. 5.5 of those hours was GTA footage, the rest was just nonsense. So I had to go and edit through everything of that, and there was problems in of itself with, what is it, let me get rid of these torches. Oh right, the audio previews and stuff. So basically the audio didn't work correctly, so I had to convert the entire thing into a bizarre water glitch into a MP3 file, and then I put the original into the editor, which is Adobe Premiere, and I added the MP3 file after I stripped out the original audio because it was there, obviously, because I was able to convert to the MP3, but the editor just didn't want to cooperate with it. Some clips didn't have audio. It was just a mess. So that solution worked well, except for the fact that it took so much more time to render out. 20-second clip, or 5-minute clip, or a 1-minute clip, it didn't matter what it was. It would take up 6 gigabytes of my hard drive space in a cache file via audio previews, because Adobe Premiere, that's just how it works. And I hadn't known that, so I was wondering where all my hard drive space was going. But after I did some research, I determined that was the problem. So after a few clips that I rendered out, I had to go in there, close the project down, not the entire program, just the project, clear the cache, reopen it, and continue. So that took about a week, unfortunately. But I've got about an hour left to do, but it's all rendered out, so there won't be any of those audio preview problems. It'll just be basically cut. Oh, basically, yeah, just cut, oops, wrong side. Cut the stuff out that I need. Shouldn't be a problem. Unfortunately, due to me not knowing the how Adobe works and stuff like that, the 2 hours of footage that I had captured before that, 5 hours, was lost because of distortion, which there was some good footage there, but now that I know that, I guess it's okay. It was a learning experience. But it won't happen again unless there's some other factors that cause the distortion. I was raging by the time I got through, before I actually figured out what was causing the weird issues of the audio thing. I was about ready to delete the 5 hours of footage I had for GTA, which I'm glad that I figured out because I have so many clips now. Okay, so yeah, that was the first week. So the next week, obviously what happened is the time lapse, which I explained. So that took up another week, recording and editing, rendering, all the nonsense. It's almost done, so you can expect that pretty soon. I just got to put music to it, final render, and upload it. Now, on top of all that, throw in the fact, which I haven't explained this before, but throw in the fact that I am a college student. So I'm going to summer school right now to get some credits because it's a lot cheaper to go in the summer. And I need to get the saplings. I don't even care. Let's just chop this down, because it's going to be stupid with the hitboxes, obviously. No, we'll replace it. So yeah, I am a college student, and my major is computer science, which means basically I'm a programmer. But I like to refer to myself as a computer scientist. I could do much more than just program, though. I could do networking and IT work. Not really too much security. I'd like to get into security because security is hacking. Strictly ethical purposes of hacking to test network security protocols and whatnot. Because I've had to hack before. I don't really know much about it. But a friend of mine got locked out of her computer, Windows 7. I had to go back in there and hack into the passwords. Stuff like that, using the disk. I'm not going to really go into that, but yeah, I could just do more than that. I'd like to get into engineering eventually, electrical engineering, that is, not redstone, because I am quite fascinated by electrical engineering. Actually, I have plans for robotics down the line as well. So I'll learn a whole bunch of stuff. So technically I will be a computer scientist. What is all that noise? I'm going for my bachelor's degree at the moment. Oh, I forgot letters. Up and down the ladders. Getting our exercise today. Bottom chest. Just grab half, because I know that's not that much. Do we have everything we need now? Okay, let's go. Anyway, computer scientist, blah blah blah. So yeah, I am going for my gen eds right now. Still working on those. I've done a little bit of computer programming. C++. Oh, crap. No! I yield! Where'd you go? Stupid. Die quickly. I'm surprised I survived that onslaught. Let's get up. Stupid spider. Thought I was going to die. I don't know what I was... Oh, right. Studying C++. Also, I have a little bit of experience with Java. I heard C++ is harder. This is personal opinion though. But I would actually much prefer to learn C++ over Java, but I like to learn both of them and more languages such as C#. And what's the other one? There's another one. C++, C#, Java. I'm not sure. It'll come to me eventually. I don't think it's Perl. It might be Perl, but I'm not entirely certain. Stupid. Great. It's gonna be like that, huh? So these leaves are gonna look a bit weird because this is meant to be in a different biome. It's yellowish green instead of a bright green as the carrots are supposed to be. Bright green color as compared to the yellowish green. It doesn't really matter too much, I guess. That was a rendering glitch. The tree's actually there. See? The tree's there. But yeah, this last week or so, I was finishing up a class. Speech class, as is required by the university. and I did pretty well because of YouTube helping me out with different things, confidence and stuff like that. I got an A in class, which you guys wouldn't expect anything less in tech. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I got an A in the class, and this next class is going to be a math class. It should be quite interesting. Yeah, math isn't my strong suit. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy math a lot. It's very useful in different things. Like, I really like physics and calculus. Oh, that's weird. Oh well. However, I guess you could say it doesn't like me. And that can be different reasons that I don't want to go into right now. Getting confused. Let's just skip to, yes, indeed. And then we'll just, okay, we're 21 minutes in, so we kind of have to hurry up a bit. We just have one more job to do. And the next time we work on this carrot farm, which I don't know if the way I split up these episodes, I don't know if you guys like that or not, just let me know. And what I mean by that is varying up the episodes. For instance, working on the carrot farm an episode, then going to the base, then back to the carrot farm, or do you want me to actually just work on a project and stay with the project, as some YouTubers do? Personally, I don't like that too much because I get bored with the project, building it, and I get bored with watching it when I am the audience. It's up to you guys though. I'm just trying to keep you guys in mind and varying up the episodes, spice it up a bit. But just let me know what you guys think about that. And let's see, what else can we talk about these last 9 minutes? Hopefully another spider won't jump us. Anyway. So yeah, I got this new pop filter, which I've used in one other episode. Episode 7 of my Hitman 2 Silent Assassin Let's Play series. Turned out pretty good, I think. It cost around $12–15 with shipping and everything. I'll leave, I won't leave a link in the video description because I have no video for it, but I'm going to do a review on it soon, I hope. Still have to do one on my capture card. But I think it improved my video quality a little bit, well, at least my audio quality. So my next goal, obviously, is to get a better microphone, which I have most of the money saved up for that. I'm just waiting for the price to go down and to get a little bit more money, which isn't going to really be too big of an issue. Because I don't really have that much left to go with that. But yeah, that's my next goal, is a new microphone. Then after that, I'd like to get a new hard drive. To store more videos and songs and different things used in my videos. And with the new hard drive, I'd like at least a terabyte. At least. If that's all I can get out of it, then fine. More would be better. I have a nice hard drive in mind. But I'll get into that later. It's going to be kind of expensive. It's about $300. I know, $300 for a hard drive. That's crazy. I did have an external hard drive once before, but it kind of broke. I had it a couple years ago, and yeah, kind of fell off of a table because it was one of these weird table things that it's hard to explain. Kind of like a desk that you have in bed, for instance. Now, I was living in a small room, so it worked out well, except for the fact that it wasn't very sturdy. So it tilted a little bit, and there went the hard drive onto the floor. 2 terabytes and $150 down the drain. The warranty expired on it by the time that happened. Bad luck with that. This new hard drive that I'm looking at, it's $300, double the price, yes. Half the hard drive space. You're wondering, why would I buy this piece of crap? Well, I'll tell you, it's not a piece of crap. It's nearly indestructible, pretty much. It can survive being run over by a 2-ton pickup. It could survive underwater for a short time. It's army grade, well, military grade equipment, so it shouldn't have any problems with falling off of tables this time around. If I'm going to invest some money in a hard drive, it's going to be a decent amount, so double what I would normally invest. I better get a good hard drive out of it. So that's what my next goal is. After the microphone, which I have to save up, I have to get $100 or so. Well, that's not what I need to save up. I have some of that saved. But anyway, I have a little bit left to go, and I want the price to drop a little bit. I also want to try and get my hands on a microphone boom, which that's not too much, right? At least I have the pop filter now. Just little bits at a time here and there. Try to improve the quality a little bit with what I can afford. Which YouTube really isn't. Yeah, I haven't made anything off of YouTube pretty much. I can't really discuss that anyway. But it's not really about the money for YouTube. I enjoy producing content for you guys and playing video games and stuff. It's what my end goal is, to entertain you guys, not to make money off YouTube. Though that would be nice, getting a reward out of it, kind of to motivate me a little bit. But any money I get will be toward new equipment. Eventually, down the line, I want to buy a new computer. Right now, I'm stuck with a laptop, which is okay. It's got its problems though. It's a Toshiba satellite something or other. I don't know the exact thing. It's got 6 gigabytes of RAM, 650 gigabyte hard drive, which it's full, pretty much. So I need that new hard drive soonish. It's not really too much of a priority right now because there's stuff I'm deleting, putting things onto DVDs, doing whatever I can to actually get that space. Which I need to redo the computer because it's having a lot of issues. Brightness, for instance, is stuck all the way up. And the battery isn't too good. It's going downhill, and eventually it'll be to the point of no return. So I want to get the microphone boom, hard drive, and then after that I want to start saving up for parts for a new computer, an actual desktop computer, because those things can be beasts. It just depends on the hardware you put into it. Which I started this thing not too long ago. It's called Raptor. I'll leave a link in the video description for that. But Raptor, it's pretty cool. You earn these points, pretty much. What did I just do? Anyway. I'm confused. As I was saying, you earn these points. You earn these points for playing games, pretty much. Ooh, it doesn't go there. So, for instance, you can earn 20 points a day. Well, right now it's triple that, 60 points a day, depending on what games. Like, for instance, I started recently getting back into RuneScape, which, let's see, it's right around my 8-year anniversary playing that game. Yeah, I went on and off for a while. Like, I haven't played, this is the first time I've been playing RuneScape in a year. And before that, I was on and off. But I started a long time ago playing RuneScape, back before the Grand Exchange and stuff, but that's I don't want to get too much into it. Yeah, we're right at the cut point. So next time I'll talk more about games, maybe talk about some E3, talk about some changes that I like to make around the world. That doesn't go there. Oh, and I'd like to get started on actually the enchanting room, because I want to efficiently mine better with fortune and unbreaking and stuff. So I'll discuss that more next episode. Hopefully this one turns out. Attempt number 8. Hopefully that's the charm. So this is DacTech25 signing off. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.